In the next few minutes, we're going to be walking through a few ways you can avoid misinterpreting industry benchmark data by focusing on a few key elements that can guide you through any industry report. By the end of this video, you'll be well on your way to testing and iterating on your own campaigns using trustworthy industry benchmarks. Let's get started. First of all, it's great that you're taking a look at industry benchmarks and incorporating them into your strategy. Benchmarks can help propel you forward and guide you on your path to marketing greatness. But before you do anything, make sure you check out the methodology. There may be a few hidden gotchas in there that could trip you up along the way. For example, there are a few ways you can report an industry level rate. Many reports disclose the aggregate rate, which calculates opens or clicks divided by total message deliveries. This displays the rate for a given industry as though all messages were sent by one big sender. Some reports calculate the average of rates by determining the per campaign rate and averaging it across all campaigns for a given industry. And finally, some report the median rate by recording the rate of the median sender in an industry. As you can see, these numbers can look pretty different, even if they're measuring the same underlying data. So which is the best way? Well, none of these methods are really right or wrong, they're just different. Each approach comes with its own set of implications, so be sure you're utilizing the data correctly for the summary metric you're looking at. For example, if you're looking at a per campaign engagement rate, compare it to your own campaign weighted metric, not a simple aggregate rate. Second, be wary of underlying factors, like audience composition, that could skew the data and cause aggregate numbers to be misleading. Let's take a quick example. Let's say a music streaming company, Brand X, is trying to reach its customers with a promotional campaign. Its marketing team found the following numbers. On a surface level, it looks like Brand X is outperforming the industry average when it comes to engagement. But what if we were able to dig into these numbers, say by separating the data out by audience type? Let's see. With this additional context, it's clear that Brand X is actually underperforming in open rates relative to the industry as a whole. That's because of the uneven nature of the audience segments. Brand X has a much larger percentage of concert goers relative to the industry as a whole, 90% compared to 50%. When this sort of thing happens, trends that appear within different groups might change, disappear, or even reverse when data for each group are aggregated. Working off combined user data can be tricky like this, since your engagement metrics will vary according to customer segment. So segment your own audiences, test, and optimize accordingly. Finally, don't limit your benchmarking activity to one industry. While it's essential to understand how your industry performs, make sure you also reach beyond your own vertical and get creative with how you look at the data. Maybe you can adapt a process or an approach from another industry that's performing better than your own. If you're a travel brand, you might see success taking a page from a gaming brand's playbook. The world's your oyster. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Now go forth and conquer those benchmarks reports.